It is 5 to 1 in the morning and I'm out on a walk, and you've come here because of the title of this video, 10,000 likes and I'll leave the country. And it's true. This video, by the way, is going to be unedited. This is just me walking and talking about what's going on in my brain. I'm on one of the very few days I don't have my child, so I thought, yeah, let's get some steps in and talk about my brain, because yeah, 10,000 likes and I'll leave the country, I'll up and go. You might be wondering why. Why would you want to leave the country when the UK is where you've been born and raised? And it is, but to be honest with you, I could go along the lines of saying, oh, it's the digital IDs and the government, and yeah, we get that. We get how awful of a state this country is. This country isn't getting any better anytime soon, and I want rid. But it goes further than that. Now, the light on this camera is blinding me as I'm trying to walk. Don't want to make it look like I'm shining people's houses. The truth of the matter is, and I'm going to happily say all this stuff because no one's going to see this video anyway. This video is just going to be lost in the ether on YouTube until my son discovers it many years in the future. I want to be a good dad, and I worry that I'm not. I want to be someone my son looks up to, and I don't think I can do that here. You know, I'm currently unemployed, right? And it sucks. I'm not on benefits, I'm just unemployed, paying rent, and just trying to get along with life, dealing with debt, CCJs from parking fines from years ago. But that's not even... I don't even scratch the surface, you know, because at the end of the day, to be a good parent, I need to be able to give my son my all, and the state of the economy at the moment, I just don't feel I can do that. I just don't feel I can give my son everything that I never had. But I can't even get a job. I'm applying for jobs left, right and centre at the moment, jobs that I want to do, jobs that I don't want to do, and I can't even get the jobs I don't want to do, so that says a lot. There's a bush there, a light is blinding me. But I can't even get the jobs I don't want to do, and that does say a lot. It says a lot about this economy. I've been told in the past I'm overqualified for jobs. In fact, I lost a job once because they realised I wasn't foreign. That was great. Can't believe that even happened, but it did. I got a job at a factory and quickly fired from a factory job because they realised they'd have to pay me more because I was a British citizen. We're going back quite a few years here, but like 17, 18 sort of time, 17. And yeah, you see, I do a lot of travelling. I've done 26 countries. I travelled a lot when I was homeless, and I want to travel more. I'm planning on going to my 27th country in a few weeks with my son, which should be fun, and I want to go further afield. I planned on going to Vietnam at one point for quite a while, and then I met this, I was 18, I met this older woman in the mid-20s, and I met her the day before I booked my flight, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to see where it goes. And 3 months later, it didn't go anywhere. Like, after 3 months ended, but it just... The chances I should have taken many. And I didn't. I didn't take any of the chances I should have. And there's someone walking up the road, but I don't care. I'm using this as a torch, but the fact of the matter is I'm not happy. I'm not happy in this country. Just give me a second, I don't like recording in front of people. It's funny because I started this YouTube channel initially to get over my camera shyness, and I still struggle to record in front of people. It's mental, isn't it? I started this channel when I was 16 years old, and here I am at 26 years old having to hide the camera because I'm walking past a dog walker at 1 in the morning. It's crazy. But as I was saying, I want to be more present as a dad, and I am present. You know, I live with him. I'm currently not working. He's not in childcare. He starts school next year, and I've got all this time. You know, I get to see him every day, and I'm very, very, very lucky that I do. Don't get me wrong, but don't want to step in a puddle. But at the end of it all, sitting at home or just going to the park or just going to Tesco's, it doesn't pay the bills, and it doesn't really give me excitement. Like, when you think about it, when you think about like the bigger picture of things, those days that you do nothing, how much of them do you actually remember? Because for me, I remember very little, and I'm someone who's done a lot. I can't deny I've done a lot in my life, but it's not like where I am in life. It's not where I want to be. You know, as I said, I was applying for jobs and I couldn't even get a job. I'm still trying all the time. I'm not going to go onto benefits. I'm still trying. I'm going to push myself to make an income. You know, I wish maybe YouTube would have taken off 10 years ago, but it didn't, and that's fine. I'm fine with that, to be honest with you, because it brought a passion out of me. It showed me that I like to film, and I like camera gear, and I like things like that. And I've met some amazing people through YouTube, actually. My friend Matt, who will be watching this video, so hi Matt. You know, I met him through YouTube, so, and I've known him for like 8 years now, and he's great. We've done trips together and stuff, so I want more out of life, because if I'm fulfilled, then my child will be, because we'll be living this amazing life. And you know, I would like to buy a house. That's not a joke. I'd love to buy a house. I think back to when my parents owned their properties, or when my mum bought her first flat in 1996. She paid £18,000, and you know, properties on that road are well over $500,000 these days. It's crazy. And I'm living far away. Someone's coming on a bike. They'll act like this is a torch. Oh. No, it's turned. That's cool. So, as I was saying, I live far away from my family. I live 200 odd miles, 250, I think 272 from my mum exactly, but I live so far away, and I want to buy a house, and I'd like everyone I care about around me, and I don't have that. And to be honest, I couldn't even afford that if I wanted it. I couldn't afford to live where I grew up, which is crazy. And to be honest, I wouldn't want to live there anyway. I'm not a fan of that area of the country, but just outside it, you know, or just north of London or something, I could deal with. But I can't afford it. But I could afford a house in, I don't know, another country. I could afford, you know, those people who, I've had a lot of comments about them, about their family who lived in Bulgaria. I've seen a few of their videos when they bought a house in Bulgaria for £8,000. It's like, yeah, I could do that. Be in the middle of nowhere with no one, like I am now. You know, don't even have my son at the moment. I've literally just got no one. Like, no friends and no family at all in my area. And I have spent like half a decade in this area, and I've just got no one, and it just sucks. You know, but it's fine, because I guess I'm used to it. You know, when I'm lucky and I get time off, sometimes I go out and do some poetry slams, but there wasn't any local this evening, so I didn't get to go out and go and read my poetry, because I do a lot of writing, and I love writing, and if writing could take me around the world and travel with my son, I'd do it. But I don't think it's going to, you know, unless there's the odd person miraculously who's going to see this video, who knows a writing job, who wants someone who, you know, I got a certificate once in distinguished literature writing once. I don't know if that counts for anything, but you know, I'm alright with my writing. I don't know if anyone's ever going to see this video. I'm sure it'll probably get a couple hundred views and that's about it, but it says 10,000 likes and I'll leave the country, and it's true. Sometimes I feel like I just need that push, and that's what this is about, really. I know what I want, and I'm not going to get it here. And I know if I lived in another country, I'd probably see my family more, which makes no sense, because they'd always want to come on holidays and stuff. And, you know, I'm one of 5 siblings. Did you know that? I got 4 siblings. I'm in contact with 2 of them. One of them watches my videos, and he's disabled. And then my other one, he's off. He's in a really high up career, and he's off doing his training at the moment, and he's going to be shipped around the world, and I'm really proud of him. But man, I miss him, you know. I don't talk to the other 2, don't really care about them, to be honest. Sucks, but you know, if you saw my previous videos, you understand I had a horrible upbringing and I barely scratched the surfaces. So yeah, 10,000 likes and I'll leave the country. I'll up and go. I'll chuck all my stuff in storage or sell it, and me and my son will just go. We'll just go travelling. I don't know if we'll go forever. You can never say never, you know. I might find somewhere I might be able to secure work or buy a house and have this great community around me, and that's what I would love. But it's not happening now, and I don't know if it will ever, here at least. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. 10,000 likes and I'll leave the country. Again, this video will probably get 200 likes. Yeah, I wanted to be on stage. Did you know that? Not many people do. I wanted to do singing, dancing, acting, you know, be in musicals. I actually got a couple of parts in a musical once, in a play, and then COVID happened, and then I got with my now ex, and life changed and moved and stuff, so it just never happened. I don't know, you know, just I'm not living the life I wanted. It's as simple as that, and at least travelling and at least exploring the world is something I enjoy. And if this country is just going to suck, then so be it. Maybe I'll be able to find a better home elsewhere. Maybe New Zealand, you know. I love New Zealand. I'm so lucky I went to New Zealand last year, and I cannot wait to visit the Southern Hemisphere again. I would move there today if I had the chance. It's so amazing. My parents, you know, they haven't even had their honeymoon yet. My parents got remarried. They haven't even had their honeymoon yet. And they're going to New Zealand, which is going to be cool. They're going in a few months. And I know they're going to fall in love with the country. And I know if I lived there with their grandson, they'd come in a heartbeat. But yeah, that is... Sorry, I'm just going on a bit of a tangent here, but that's the gist of it. Just... I hope for a better life. People are coming. Cars. Act like a torch again. Aha. We're outside their house. That's really awkward. So we'll just walk across the road. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. So thank you for watching. Let's just get past that car. I know, this is horrible. Yeah, I said I'm not going to edit this video, so you're going to see all these bits. It's going to be funny. I don't know if you heard the big squeak of the gate. But yeah, maybe one day I'll find what I'm looking for. I don't know where that is or when that is. But I could start by removing the negativity. The negativity being this nation, this country, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I see it going the wrong way, and I don't feel happy being here. I did at one point, I don't anymore. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys in a few days, probably when I upload another. Just look after yourselves, and yeah. Again, hello to the 200 people who watch this. 10,000 likes, and I promise you I'll leave the country.